Oh man, I got that badass logo you created. Yeah, I got that up. Dude, that's so sick, man. I like that.
Alright, so can we stay? Alright, I gotta figure out what the hell's going on here, because this is saying... Can you hear me fine? Like audio-wise? It's not like too loud, not too low?
Bro, you're coming in crystal clear.
Alright, then we're good there. Cancel.
Make sure you correct what you got going on because you are live on stream there, Connor.
Good. I think we're good. I think everything is good. Alright. We
Well,
are ready to go.
excellent. So, here we are on the podcast here on the is it pronounced the occipital lobe?
That's correct.
Excellent. All right.
It's a work in progress right now. We haven't really fully decided. I think we'll go with it for now.
We'll go with that because I mean it's looking good from what I can see.
Right.
I consider we should get this order of business out of the way. I mean, what was brought up before, how do you wipe your ass, I believe.
Uh,
That
I
should
mean,
be
I'm
the
all
first and foremost topic.
well, I think we should at least try to introduce ourselves first so people know who the hell we are.
All right, yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, uh, so we've known each other how long now? Over 18 years, if not longer.
Yes, I would say about that. When did we meet? What, seventh grade? It was
Yep.
about
Yep.
seventh grade. I graduated. I was 17 when I graduated. That was, so we'll take that back about what? About 5, 6 years, I'd say.
Yeah. It's been a good while.
Yeah. And here I am now at 33, soon to be 34 in November.
We are old. We are officially old men.
Yeah, we're getting up there, aren't we?
We are.
Time waits for nobody.
All right. So, until let's see, get this all going. All right. So, which topic do we want to hit on first? Do we want to talk about the how you wipe your ass, or do we want to talk about?
Well, now that you mention it, Connor, I think we should go with what you say first. Introduce who you are, what you do in terms of social media, and where you could be found at, and then we'll dive into that.
Um, I am everywhere. I'm a social whore. You can find me on everything. There's a good chance I am on every social media that's out there right now. um, I don't stream as often as you, so I'm not as a veteran, as we would call it. More of a behind the scenes kind of guy. But you can find me on Twitter for under L Clark Kent.
Oh, you have a Twitter site?
I do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have everything. I literally have everything.
So you have Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. What else we got? What am I missing?
YouTube.
Any social media?
I have,
YouTube.
yep, got YouTube. I've got Instagram. What is the other? I even have a TikTok now. Do you know what TikTok is?
Yes, I have seen that before.
I have a TikTok. Um, but yeah, I'm all over the place. I've got a Discord, so obviously that's where we're talking right now.
Really, there's no escaping you, is it?
It's not. It's not.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. You have your branches all over the place. It's very easy for somebody to get in contact with you. It's very easy for somebody to see you, and thus that's a nice platform, so to speak, to get yourself going. If you ever decided to take this, in a direction, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, we're not like in the same room, just so people know we're miles away. I'm in Baltimore and he's in New York, so
Yes.
a good distance.
Same mindset, different locations.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and for you guys out there, I am QuickDraw7777. You guys might know me from the Final Fantasy Beyond Chaos permadeath runs. I also do Final Fantasy Tactics runs. I also play Blood Bowl. You guys might have seen me from there. Not noted for my gameplay, more for my radio esque commentary, if I can pronounce it like that.
Yeah, that's what we would call it. It's definitely animated.
Yeah,
You
it's
are
definitely something, isn't it?
Yeah. Never a dull moment watching you.
Yeah. Dull brains, but bright moments, isn't it? Yeah.
Ah, man. Um, all right, so a few things I think we wanted to talk about initially was you had a few ideas, didn't you? Still.
Indeed, I did.
All right. How do you want to just jump into this? You want to just go into the list?
We can jump
Or
right into it. Whatever you're comfortable with, I'm pretty sure I can roll with that.
all right.
I got a few ideas pending, but let's see what you got.
All right, so I think what we started in high school. Halo was like, because you've had no experience with Xbox prior to that, right? That, that was your introduction to Xbox and Halo and the whole world. That was what
Yes.
God.
You pretty much I was sitting there on No Man's Land. That was, when PlayStation 2 and all this stuff was a big thing. I'm
Yeah.
sitting there playing Twisted Metal 2 and all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this shit's good. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time, and you brought up to me the game of Halo, which I had no idea what was going on. But I'm like, I'm curious enough. I will come see what this is about, and come to find out, it's a first-person shooter that can be applied multiplayer, that was a first to me.
That was a first multiplayer game for you?
Of a first-person shooter, indeed, I'd say.
Oh, okay. All right. And where would you rank? Let's see. Where would you rank the game right now in your list?
Of first-person shooters in general,
Games in general.
games in general.
Is it one of your top 10?
Oh, easily.
Easily.
I
Okay.
always
All right.
say a game in a top 10 or even a top 5, I would say, is a game where that can instantly, when someone brings it up, it strikes a memorial discord. You can immediately, you can gauge where you were at that time when you first were introduced to it, what
Right.
you were doing, your lifestyle at that point. That right there makes the difference between a good game and a great game.
Now, you never actually played the story. It was just strictly online, though, right? You never actually dove into campaign or anything like that. So you
Right.
don't know the feeling of the last level and that sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sadly, you missed out on that.
Sadly, huh?
I would say that was one of the best levels. And I think a lot of people can say that. That
Really?
last level gave you that good feeling.
So you'd say I'm missing out on what's going on?
I would definitely say you're missing out.
Well, I'll be damned.
All right, but yeah, I mean, so what we spent hours and hours playing, but you had brought to me, but last week asking me what I don't even know, was it top 10 or top 5 guns of Halo or the best guns?
Yes, what I had in mind was we were going to go down the list of available weaponry in at first I had it broad span like in all the Halo series,
Hmm.
but then I decided to narrow it down to Halo 3 because I believe that's the one we spent the most time on.
Right. Have you actually played like Halo anything after Halo 3? Did you dove into Halo Reach, I think, with me, but there wasn't much after that. I don't think you played 5 or anything like that.
Right. I was a vague participant of Halo Reach. Yep. I remember all that BS. You remember the armor lock? Remember that special
Yep.
ability that I
Yep.
loathe so much? Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. All right. So for me, let's go with, I guess we'll go from lowest to the most favorite one. So my
Okay.
least favorite um, from then was the fuel rod cannon.
The fuel
I,
rod cannon.
hmm I don't really feel like it wasn't used that often unless you put it into like a custom map.
Right.
But it was never readily available.
Ex-
Um, are we doing what, top five? We just want to do a five and we'll go from there.
I figure, we can do the top 5. We can do the entire list of them, and have our own personal opinions. Whatever you feel like going on.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a long list. Are you
Yeah.
sure you want to go through all that?
Yeah, I mean, we got to
All right.
chew the fat, don't we?
Yeah. All right. My next one, I would say, would probably be the brute shot. It wasn't that great.
Whoa, 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 hold on now.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
okay.
care much for
Can you explain to them why it's not that great?
it. It just it was good for campaign, but it just for other than that, it just for multiplayer, it just didn't fit.
Really?
It was one of those, yeah, I just felt like they threw it in, but there was no, just didn't fit into them. At least for me. Again, I'm very like, this is already jumping at the list, but I was very much your simple pistol, assault rifle, and like plasma pistol kind of person, and then or sniper,
Uh
the
huh.
1-2 combo. But
Okay.
you know, and then you had your occasional shotguns, and shotguns were another thing, but it's just brute shot just never fit for me. What was the other one? Do you remember the Mauler? You
Yes,
familiar
I
with the
do.
Mauler?
What do you
Yeah,
mean? The brute's answer to the shotgun of the regular forces?
yeah, yeah.
Who could forget that weapon?
I would. So what are you feeling on that? Because again, that would be my next one that I least like because again,
What?
it was just yeah, yeah.
Guys, is this man kidding us right now?
It was. I'm not gonna say it's a good gun, but it didn't fit.
How so?
Because it was just one of those rare guns that were around unless you had it in customs. See, and I'm thinking it from more of the aspect of what we played, because it wasn't always in the map, unless, again, if you had a custom map that had it loaded up, but it wasn't always there. You had your generics, assault rifles, sniper rifles, energy swords, shotguns, you know.
I would say its commonality is about as much as the energy sword. I would go there.
Eh, I don't know. I guess from what I remember, it didn't fit well. That and the SMG were my other ones that they were like that was my next choice. SMG just didn't fit into it was just too slow and it didn't do the damage they needed in a multiplayer game at all.
Now, the SMG Clark Kent, I agree, but I gotta say, the previous two weapons you mentioned, I think we're on different planes here.
Yeah, well, I mean we played very differently too.
That's true indeed.
Yeah. So I mean this is we come from very different backgrounds in how we approach the game.
Oh, indeed. You better believe it.
um
I felt that, well, for me personally, the brute shot was a very violent weapon from close to mid range. You see an enemy, you just unload that thing and you will get results. That's when I was wielding it, that's how it treated me. You unloaded that thing. If you were in close quarters, you could not lose. If you were in a corridor, you could not lose with that weapon if you just unloaded it as quickly as you could.
Right.
And it had a brutal blade on the end of it for melee, up close and personal, you know. One of those type of, you check them right quick, it
Mm-hmm.
would settle business right then and there. And then the
Right.
mauler. Now, a single mauler, let's face it, it's not as good as that traditional shotgun. That shotgun was a coveted weapon by anybody that has been familiar with Halo. That shotgun up close and personal, that's a one-hit kill right away. Even can combat the energy sword. It could prevent that lunge. We do know that.
Yes. And that would be your bull true.
Yeah, that bull true been stopped a few times by that shotgun. I felt like the
Kind
mauler could have it could not with one, but remember you could double wield it. With that, I think it'd outpace a shotgun. But again, that
Well,
requires you getting.
do you remember that comp? I mean, do you remember at that time the Guardian level
Yes.
where yeah, so that to me is where like the shotgun like really stood out because you had those little elevators that would shoot you up and people would just sit there in those rooms waiting for you to pop up and just pop you in the face.
Yeah.
I mean,
They were sitting there waiting, weren't they?
that
That
that was it.
was a really dirty but effective tactic, wasn't it?
It was definitely something, that's for sure. What was that other map? God, I can't even remember. It was where where a lot of Boltrues went down. It was always where where the sword would. It was the pit. That's what it was. The pit.
Okay.
All right. Do you remember? Everybody would run to that one room, and there would either be the energy sword or the shotgun there, and that would be like both sides were just booking it to that one little corridor, and then if you held that room down, that was pretty much it. You had the game.
Oh, it was a battle for that room because whoever grabbed that weapon pretty much sealed the edge for their team.
Oh hell yeah, easily.
But then you got to make sure that whoever grabbed that weapon was competent. Because if you have some nobody coming in and get that, that could easily be a problem because the opposition would know how to neutralize that and thus secure for themselves.
Right.
But no, exactly what you say. It was a battle for that room in the pit. Everybody went right there. They knew where the party was going to be.
Exactly. Exactly. All right,
So,
so I guess my next one. I don't even know. Am I going up to better? I don't even know that.
yeah, it sounds like you're
My,
going from what you deem as useless to probably godly. You're going in that
yeah.
ladder from the looks of it.
All right, so my next one, I would probably say was one of my favorites. Was it wasn't one of the best, but it was a good one. It's a gravity hammer. That was always one of those ones that towards the end it got released, and it was just fun to play. It's fun to play with.
Yeah.
You could clear. You just had that feel of like you could clear out a whole group of Spartans with a smack.
One
You
hit,
know?
huh?
Yep, just one hit.
Now,
Good games on that one.
yes, that gravity hammer in close quarters. You get a couple of guys in that hallway there. You got to get the jump on. You got to get the drop. Like it's a surprise encounter.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. And there's 2 or 3 guys there, and you swing that thing one time, and next thing you know, you're on your way to a triple kill.
That's all right.
No, I definitely can see the potential in that weapon. Now, would you?
So
Okay,
go ahead. What?
I was gonna say now. Would you say that is superior to the energy sword?
Uh, in some circumstances, yes. Mostly no, because the gravity hammer wasn't something that was always. It was on every map, whereas the energy sword was more frequent on other maps. Gravity
Right.
hammer was more one of those things that was just like for like those fun game modes.
Yes, it
No big
was.
deal.
That's true.
So it was never really put into like the competitive aspect of the game. But I mean, if we're doing like a real scenario, absolutely. I feel like a gravity hammer would absolutely smack the hell out of anybody wielding a energy sword.
I have to agree with that. Gravity hammer will stop a bull true in its tracks.
Yeah. So my next one, I think after that, was one of my favorite. It was, I think, everybody's favorite at some point. Rocket launcher.
Oh, that is a staple. Anybody that has any semblance to Halo knows what this weapon's capable of.
And it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you were in a hallway, you're screwed. If you were in a warthog, you're screwed. Like there was just no. It just felt good. It was one of those ones like if you got that kill, you got that kill, and you knew it. But I mean, it was also one of those things like if you were off an inch and you hit the wall, that's it. That's it. It's gone.
you you described that very well. Because you described every experience that you would have in the hallway. Boom. If the guys are all huddled up, pulled in, trying to get to you, you got a triple kill right there.
Yep.
Now, in vehicles too, vehicles are not safe from this weapon either.
No.
You hit a warthog coming through, you hit them right, and any occupants in that vehicle, they were going to be dead. They were feeling that one. That's exactly right, man. And that's what I liked about the rocket launcher. It would handle any situation, provided you stayed a safe distance away.
There's so many, and not even that. Think about it. Think about the times that you'd be in a Warthog as the passenger with the rocket launcher, where you were playing capture the flag. You remember times there were. I remember specific times where we would play with Les, and Les would be driver, God forbid. But I remember the time where I would have the rocket launcher and I'd pop it off. And it was always good. It always felt good just to get those like goofy kills off people when they were least expecting it.
Oh, you better believe it.
All right, so my next one, energy sword. That would be my. This is like my number 3 weapon.
Okay, you're putting that above the hammer now. You do know that.
Oh, I know. I had more use with it. Again, I had more use with it.
Okay.
Gravity hammer is great. I'm not saying that, but it's energy sword in terms of its use since even Halo 1. Again, gravity hammer wasn't introduced until late life of Halo 3.
Right.
So the energy sword. I mean, at one point you knew it was broken. You could literally be on the other end of the hallway. If you had a red marker and you swung, you killed the other person.
Yeah. That was pretty much how it went down.
Yeah, I remember times where you would get mad and because guys would see you and just smack you with that sword.
I would be so pissed.
I mean, I think we all been through it.
Yo, because I'd come around that corner, I'd see the dude, and I would unload lead on whatever weapon I had. And I was for certain I had to drop on this guy. This guy is going down. But for some odd reason, that lunge, it has to play out. It's got to play all the way through.
Yeah.
Until, unless you've depleted him completely, he's not backing down.
That's great.
And the guy gets the bull true.
But it's like it's that one map. It was the pit. The pit is that one area that I will ever remember that weapon shining. You had that one little hall, and
yes,
the other team. If you had that sword, and you knew the other team was only coming that one way. If your group was on the other side of that other entrance,
yeah,
you just had to sit there and wait. That's it. And that was it. All you had to do.
No, yeah, exactly. And if you didn't know any better, if you were none the wiser, and you went towards that room and you saw that whatever weapon was supposed to be there was gone, you already knew there was problems. You got to get away because if your team doesn't have it, the person who does have it is probably nearby, and they're gonna give you the business.
Right. It, and for me, I think it was one of the more satisfying things was the sword sprees. And you knew once you started racking them up, that was it. Like you were unstoppable. And I think we've all had that moment where you had that sword in your and you're already at 2 kills in. You're like, I'm gonna make use of this, and you just tear into the other opponents.
You had a few of those, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What now? What would you say was the highest kill streak with that weapon that you've had?
I don't know. I think I could even look. I think Halo actually still tracks all that information. They have all that information. They have how many bolt trills we've done and all that stuff.
Yeah, it
Kind of serious.
does. Because I remember they still have my Skyjacker medal. I stole a Banshee from somebody. I don't know how I did it. I guess he was flying low enough. I don't know why he would do that, but I do have that still.
Kind of curious to see. Yeah, see, when you go to Bungie.net, unfortunately, it doesn't have that information on here. It just has Destiny's information. I'd have to look up the Halo one, but yeah, I remember because I used to look that stuff up. That's when I was like big into being competitive with everything. I remember like I would track how many bolt trues I had, how many shotgun kills, like everything and anything. And then I was one of those people that at that time I think that was when they introduced the mongoose. Is that
Okay.
right? So one of the achievements for the game was to kill somebody with the mongoose.
How'd
Um,
you pull that off?
so it's just if you rode fast enough and you knew that the enemy was going to be in like a particular spot, it was just timing. Um, and God, let me see if I can remember what the achievement was, but it was one of those things where I was on one end of the map. You load into where the mongoose pops up, and you rush over to the other team, and then you almost have to like sideswipe and catch them. But I mean, like it was one of the toughest ones because it wasn't easy to accomplish. Like you'd have to be going a good amount of speed to take off that full.
Yo,
So
that sounds brutal, man. Because remember that mongoose, out of all the vehicles, I believe it was the lightest one. It was the one that,
yep, that's exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
So-
So here's the achievement. The achievement says splatter enemy with the mongoose in a ranked free for all playlist.
oh,
So that was one of the toughest things because you got to think like there weren't that many maps in free for all. There weren't that many maps, at least that I can think of, that really had vehicles like that readily available because they were all pretty much small quarters. Um, so when you did get a map, that was another reason why that was difficult for me was Mongoose wasn't always one of the ones that loaded up, but it was it was crazy.
and you got that achievement.
I did. That was a big achievement hunter back in my days. I've since slowed down, but definitely with the new Halo. Like, see, I didn't even play Guardians. It was Halo 5 Guardians? I think I played a little bit. That was the,
Okay.
the most recent one.
Yeah.
I never even touched it. So,
That
but
that's a hell of a feat, I gotta say, because knowing me personally, I couldn't ride around that mongoose for about 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I couldn't ride around in 10 seconds and not be paced on some type of freaking cliff because again, there's no protection there. I mean, what are you gonna do with that mongoose? You gonna try and run into somebody who's unloading whatever weapon they have on you?
right.
Like, how are you not dead by the time the vehicle gets to him? If you're in a head-on freaking rush.
It was it was tough, but it was one of the more satisfying ones for me.
Oh, I bet it was.
Um, yeah, we can get into achievement stories all day with that because I have plenty. All right, so my next one is tough. I would probably say the battle rifle would be my
The
number two.
battle rifle.
The BR.
Really?
Yeah, thing was a beast at
Now,
any range. It was so good.
I see. Now, for me, I'm on the Covenant side of things, and I would say the Carbine on their side. I would say the exact same thing.
You think that they're comparable? No way.
I think the Covenant Carbine. I'm actually more comfortable with that than I am the battle rifle.
I mean, you're more of a sniper. I mean, I always pegged you as a man behind the scenes.
Oh, you pegged me right, brother.
I was more in your face type shit.
Yeah, but I mean, what was that battle rifle? It was like a triple burst, right?
Yeah, I think at one point, what didn't they? I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking of Call of Duty, but I think at some point they changed it where you could change being a single bullet to triple bullets. Like
Right.
you could change how it was being shot.
Yeah, the rate of fire on it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I do remember they unleashed a weapon called what was it called? Like the DMR or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah, that used to be pretty big with the guys. It was like 4 body shots and a headshot, and that was a kill.
Yep. It was for me. That's what the battle rifle felt like.
Right.
Like close range, long range. If you know if you hit your shots as intended, you would always get the kill.
Okay.
Um, um, and I guess my number one for me, I mean, I guess when we're looking at fun, is shotgun.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Shotgun.
there's no refuting that.
Yeah. I mean, it's either that or a pistol, like Halo 1 pistol, but if we're talking Halo 3, that's shotgun. Shotgun for sure.
That shotgun, I mean, that shotgun's great because if you had it, you knew, like, if I just happen to roll up on somebody from the other team, surprise encounter, and they're pretty much, they're gone. If they don't have the same weapon, they're done. Because that one shot, dude, that one shot from the chest up, it's a kill.
Yeah, because it was always one pump and then a melee. Boom.
Yeah, you knew exactly what time it was.
Yep. That was it.
Guys, this man is no stranger to that Halo game.
Like, it was boom, boom, done. Like, there's, it was one of those ones where if you had the shotgun, you're always gonna have a good time. You would always have a good time with it, no matter what.
You're damn sure gonna get a kill, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And people would fight over that.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember, I remember being in lobbies with the same like teammates say, "If you don't give me that shotgun, I'm gonna leave this map and throw it."
What? They're gonna leave
Yeah,
the map?
yeah. You know how many people did that, man? Oh
Holy
my
shit,
god.
man.
Oh my god.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't think I'd abandon my teammates if I didn't get it.
Well, listen, I mean, the way the state of games are now, how are you surprised? You remember what Call of Duty and stuff was like too. You remember those lobbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely
Halo
hit for
was
some
no different. Halo was no different.
Yeah, oh indeed.
Yeah, Halo 3 was one of those ones that I remember every weekend, it was that or Call of Duty that we all like linked up
Oh, you
and
better
played it
believe it.
like the whole damn day. The whole damn day we played.
Oh yeah, that or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Hmm.
And to some extension 3.
What
And
was the other one? Oh, the war.
World at War was 1. The very first Black Ops. After that, it started getting a little, I'd say, out of hand, so to speak.
I think what Black Ops was when I dropped out, or after Black Ops.
Yeah, it was after the first Black Ops. I think you decided to go AWOL on us, and not without good reason, mind you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at the state of where we are now with everything. Everybody's trying to either be some type of Halo, like, it was just nuts. And that goes to say how good of a game Halo was when you saw Call of Duty trying to mimic stupid things like that.
So you would say Halo kind of what game would you say pioneered? Okay, pioneered for sure. First person shooter multiplayer.
Pioneer.
I mean, I know we had SOCOM, Navy SEALs, and all that stuff, but which one would you feel
I I
this is the
never
one?
played that game. What was that? I never played that game. I
Yeah,
thought that was
neither have
first
I.
person. What was the other? It was a game Epic made. And it was like an online only game. That was, I feel like, the game that kind of I would say Doom for me.
Doom?
Like, because I would say Doom was what really like set that tone
Really?
for old school. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
For multiplayer?
That would start it out, yeah, because locally and what that's what uh, would set the tone.
Okay.
Now we talking. It depends what generation, because there's so many different games for me that I think of.
All right.
Um, if we're looking at like PS2, Xbox, then yeah, Halo smacked it down and said, "This is what you should be."
Yeah.
Like, and there's no debating that. From Halo to Halo 2, like even to Halo 3, there was nothing coming out that was gonna top that. And I
No.
I don't think anybody could debate that.
No, that kind of revolutionized it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? I mean, we got guys, first to start out, guys in the same room, sharing the same TV and all that. But I mean, even then, I was amazed by that. I'm like, oh, wow, you know what I'm saying? We're battling against
Well,
each other and all that.
you remember what it was like. And this is how I knew Halo was good. You remember that when I lived out in Long Island and we were going to school or whatever. You remember the small TV I had, and there was four of us that played on that little thing. And you remember how it would give you a little square, and that's how I knew Halo was good. Like when people would sit there and watch a small ass little TV to get things going. Like,
Yo, that's so true. That's true indeed.
what
Oh,
was the other
man.
thing? I think what really made me realize like that Halo had the one up on everybody was Halo 2, because like you said, we had when I lived in Phoenix, and this is when I was in Phoenix, so this is like not even when I was playing with you guys, but with people I worked with, there was about 18 of us in one house,
Oh, wow.
multiple TVs doing a LAN, just playing it out.
What?
And,
18 of you guys?
18 of us.
Were you guys in a frat house? What the hell is going on?
No, we took over some guy's house for the day. It was pretty cool.
Damn, would you
Made a
hold them
whole
hostage?
No, he was all about it. It was his idea.
Yeah, 18 men in one
Yeah,
house.
one house. Nothing but Halo. It was a good time.
Holy crap. I bet it was, man. That's cool.
So what's your top weapon? I don't think you really. Well, I mean, would you agree? Shotgun is that?
Oh, hands down. I gotta agree. Well, my top weapon would be the shotgun, again, for the same reasons you listed.
Hmm.
I mean, the shotgun's so linear, you can't go wrong with it. When you have it in close quarters and there's nowhere to run, who's going to defeat that? Again, a luckier guy with maybe the energy sword. Maybe he
Hmm.
gets, a lucky lunge in. But more often than not, the shotgun's coming out on top. Me
So,
for.
so
Okay.
I actually found the stat website, but I don't know if this is actually for me. But I did find the stat website for Halo.
Really?
Yeah.
You got your stats recorded?
I, I don't know who the hell this is. I don't think this is me though. Uh, And the problem is, I've changed my gamer tag since, so I don't know if that's what it would tie to.
Right. Yeah, because I remember you back in the early days when we were just starting. Remember Dun Money?
Yeah, Dumb Money 23. That was that was it. God, that sucks. Yeah. Oh wait, no, here it is. All right, this me. Yep, this is me. I think I just found me. Halo 3 total games, 1,980.
How do you have your stats?
I'll share you the link right now. Hold
That
on.
kind of makes me upset because I don't think I have mine.
Well, I'll get yours right now. I'm about to pull it up for
You
you.
have mine?
You never change. You never change yours, right? Yours was always the same.
I can't be so
Anyway,
sure about that. Everything gets kind of blurry a little back then.
yep, here you are. I got you. I'll share you the link right now. Yeah, this has you on here. But stat wise, I don't know. I feel like it's for Halo 4 though. I don't think that's right.
Yo, bro, there's no way they got my stats like stored.
They're right here. I shared you the link. That's Quick Draw 7777, right?
I had that name. Nah, I don't think I had that name back then, did I?
Oh, you didn't. Remember, you changed it because remember there was an issue. Was it always 777? Remember you
Um,
saying you couldn't access your game your oh. I remember you changing your gamer tag for some reason.
right.
I, I don't remember what it was. Was it Quick Draw?
Quick draw. I had. I don't know if rough sketch was a thing back then.
Oh, it was Rough Sketch. That's what it was.
Was it?
Rough Sketch 777. Was that
Yeah,
what
I
it
always
was?
have them quad sevens.
Let's see. I think that's what it was. All right, so Halo Reach, Halo 3. How'd you spell Rough Sketch? Was it one word or spaced out?
I think it was all one word.
That don't look like you're on here. That sucks. I'll have to find it. But I remember you changed your game tag for some reason, or you had to change it.
Yeah. I don't know if I was always quick draw. That gets kind of hazy when I started to reflect back then.
Maybe it was just Quick Draw. You think? I'll try that. Wait, Quick Draw. All right. Yep. It's just popped up. This, I don't know if this is you. A Quick Draw popped up, but I don't know if this is you.
Right.
But yeah. Let's see if I can find Quick Draw.
If they have one Skyjacker medal, that's probably me. That's the only one I got.
Is the only medal you got?
Yeah, I got just one. I just stole the Banshee from one guy, and that's it.
No, it's not popping up. That sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, no, it's interesting to see your stats and everything still.
Yeah, it'd be nice to pull up the stats of all the guys.
See commendations. Uh, God, this brings back so much memories.
It's taking you back, isn't it?
Oh man, it's definitely interesting. That's for sure.
It is indeed.
What? Let me see. My best was a running riot based off Halo 3.
Now, how many kills is that? Would you say?
I don't remember. Let me see. Doesn't tell you.
It's funny because I remember the announcer would play him out. He'd be like, double kill, triple kill, multi
Yeah.
kill. And I forgot,
Running riot was kill 15 opponents in a row without dying.
15? Holy crap, I never got that then. I can say that for a fact.
The other one that was one of my favorites was the other, and again this goes back to like the achievements, was overkill.
Overkill.
Yeah. It was kill 4 opponents within 4 seconds of each other.
I think I secured one of those. But a running riot, I don't think I got that. Somebody probably murked me out long before there.
Apparently, I got two of those, so I don't even know.
You're a beast, man.
I don't play anymore though. Sad.
It's sad that we've declined from this.
Yeah. I don't know. But I definitely want to get back into it. I don't know if the new Halo is gonna be what draws me in. Right now, I've got to bug up my ass to get into Destiny again. I'm gonna get back into that for
Oh
the new
boy.
content. Yeah.
He's got to bug up his ass for Destiny, boys.
Yeah. Oh man, this is crazy just to see all these stats. What is there a moment in the game that you
Shit.
they're like there's I have like, at least three moments in particular like where I played with you guys that will always stick out no matter what. Like if anybody ever asked me what's your favorite like gaming moment, I always have like the same.
Man. Oh, crap.
So for me, one of them it was on Valhalla,
Uh-oh.
and this was when I was I ended up being the driver. I ended up taking over the driver position when it was all of us playing,
Okay.
and I would just devour everybody with the car. And like, sure enough, I would have Les in the back though. So that's one of my anytime that Les was on and we were all playing, and I always got the Warhog to drive. That will always be like one of my favorite moments. But there was we would always go to Valhalla specifically, like the Warhog up that little ramp there that would shoot you out into the middle.
Yeah, that man
We would,
cannon.
yeah, so we would load the Warthog in there and shoot out. It was one of my favorites.
How'd you guys even get that in there?
I could get in there. It was my handy little drive in there.
That's crazy because I figured it was tight for even like infantry to
It
walk
was.
into.
It was. It was. It wasn't something we always did, but when we can actually accomplish it, it was fun.
That's amazing, man.
What is Do you have any like moments that stick out for you? Like, God, man, just sitting here thinking about this now, it's like
It's
reminds me of so many like
it's
stupid
taking
little
you
games.
back, isn't it? Nostalgia
It
coming
is.
in strong, huh?
It is.
The
And
only real
I
moment.
remember you. I remember you shined with plasma grenade. I remember you always getting hyped up to get stickies.
Oh, you better believe it, man.
Yeah, that is one thing I remember.
Bro, I mean, because like with horseshoes, hand grenades, if you almost get there, it's good enough. The grenade is going to do the rest of the work for you. If you're able to have the accuracy to stick that on a man, like even as he's moving, that's, you got to kind of feel like a little deep down inside, you feel a little bit of accomplishment. Because, like, yo, I had the accuracy to put this grenade on that man. And then you have the
Right.
pleasure of subsequently, hearing it blow up on him, and then you see that little icon you get, that little medal you get for sticking him with that in the corner there.
Yep. It was called what was it? Grenade stick. That's what they called it. Was the metal.
Yeah.
I had, according to this, my stats, I had 309 of those.
Damn, you ain't no slouch at it either then.
I wish you remember your name. I would see what your stats were. Because you and I, we went into that for a minute.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Oh, you know what? I think I might know what your name is. I'm gonna have to look it up on Facebook. You remember that photo, right?
Oh crap, yeah.
I think that
Um,
has your
it doesn't
that
have
has your
my gamer tag, but it had like my initials on it. It was like MF7 or something like that. When I was with you in that co-op thing.
yeah. Damn, man. That was a
It It was like a tag team battle royale or some shit like that.
That was the duos. That was like duos back then.
Yeah.
Damn.
I also
Yeah, no.
remember the brute faction. They had their own grenade too. It was like a spike grenade. I think that's what it was
Yeah.
called.
Yep.
And I was like, what the hell good is this? And a lot of guys were telling me that you can, like, when somebody deploys like a bubble shield, you
Mhm.
can walk in there and throw it in the shield and then get out. And
Yep.
it would kill the guy like in there because the particles
Yep.
would be all on him.
Yep.
Very tactical use of that grenade.
When when was the when they added the bubble shield that basically prevented you from entering it? Was it Halo 4?
I think it was. Yeah, because that wasn't Halo 3.
No, that wasn't 3.
And I think it was before the abilities came out, so it wasn't Reach.
Yeah. I think I might have been Reach that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I remember the bubble though. Like the
Yeah.
bubble was one of those things where you threw it down if you saw somebody again with the sword, you're not making it out of there.
Right.
Like, you're not making it out of there. You're gonna die. Just let it be.
It was just a load of bullshit.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at this right now. My stats for this. I had the wheelman, be the driver of vehicle, passenger kills an opponent. I had 328 of those in ranked.
Wow. So, well, whoever you were having go with you was pretty skilled if you got the wheelman that many times.
Well, no, because you also got it when you were when you killed them. I would run people over. I didn't give a shit.
They give you the wheelman for that?
Oh no, wait, it was splatter. That's what I got.
Oh,
Splatter was what
okay.
I got. Yeah. I had to think for a sec. What about what was Death from the Grave? You remember that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Now, you
That
got those from Stickies.
that's again that's where I remember that for you was if you didn't if you didn't take them out before they took you out. I remember you getting excited because you would throw your sticky at them before before you faded away.
Before they kicked my ass.
Uh, it was yellow. I don't even remember. I talk about the sniper rifle. I feel like the sniper rifle was another one. That
Yeah, we didn't go into detail about that.
that was one of the ones. That was one of my favorites. I don't really know where I could list that, but that definitely was one of my favorites. And that was one of the most satisfying like kills.
Okay.
But
Now, how would you
I mean,
compare that to the Covenant's beam rifle?
better. I don't. I didn't care much for the Covenant weapons, other than like the plasma pistol. The
Really?
plasma made it
You like
like,
the plasma pistol? Are you kidding me?
oh my God, yes. Are you kidding me? Like
That's
if
ranked
you
one of my
load,
worst weapons.
no. If used improperly, if used. So the proper way to do it was to charge up, hit them, and I would immediately take their shield down, and then you just pop them. You switch to your whatever other, I did some battle rifles. What I did. So go plasma pistol, shield down, switch the battle rifle, pop in the head, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah,
And you were successful most of the time employing this tactic.
that's because according to this that I'm looking at, Halo 3 I had kills was 12,351.
Whoa, whoa. Well,
Yeah, that's crazy, man. God, yo, we played so much. This like majority of this was with you guys. I remember
those are good
oh,
games.
there were definitely some good games there. Well, you know what? There was one that it's one of my favorites, but I didn't make the list because it wasn't the Needler. Needler was one of my
The
favorites too.
Needler. Oh, what I called the Alienator. I nicknamed it that.
Uh,
I could never get like all the needles will stick for that kill. That
hmm
if you got them all to stick, it was just a kill. I
Right.
could never do that.
What was the other one? Did we the brute shot?
Yeah, we went over the
Remember?
brute shot. You didn't care for
We
that too
did?
much, did you?
No. That that was it's one of those ones where like from a distance it's nice, but I don't know. I'm
Bro,
trying to think of like when because if they're running up on you, that thing's not gonna do anything.
really?
Yeah, because unless you hit them directly and you miss that shot, it's gonna bounce off to go behind them or wherever.
I always thought like the closer they got, the more efficient it was.
Because it wasn't always direct contact. I'm pretty sure if I'm thinking it correctly, it's if you like say you aimed at the ground to where that person was coming at, it wasn't it wouldn't go off. Basically, would bounce off and then explode, kind of like a loaded grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then also that blade on the end of it too.
yeah, that was cool, but that I mean that didn't do anything special. That's
It
the
was
only
just for
thing.
aesthetics.
Yeah, that's all. It never like actually did additional damage or anything like that.
Oh, that's bullshit, man. I didn't believe that. I thought
Oh
that
yeah,
actually had a function to it.
no,
That's garbage, man.
uh, it just crushed your dreams. That's
Wow. This guy's like
oh
spoil. It's like saying Santa's not real. This is what this guy just did to me. You kidding me?
yeah. I'm pretty sure the brute shot did not do any additional damage to you at all ever. That was never.
Bro, I went in the forums talking highly about that. You understand? I'm like, this weapon is good for this reason, and it's got that blade for that wicked melee hit. And for all this time, it did nothing.
Yeah, no. I'm looking right at. I just looked that up.
You gotta be
I'm
kidding.
looking at. I'm looking at the. I just looked up. It's like one of the top questions, I guess, for Google. Does the brute shot do additional melee damage? No.
That's bullshit. Yo, oh my
No.
god. Yo, I stood up for that weapon so much.
It's a shame. Oh, good.
Well, that's garbage, dude. Nah, I'm not believing that.
What else was there?
Um, Now you got the heavier weapons there, like that. You got the missile pod, I believe it was called.
Hmm.
What about the one like it's like a minigun, the one that you could like the turret that you could actually detach and use? You remember? It's like
So
a
that where did that come from though? Did that was that off the Warthog? That was basically what it was what the Warthog had, but you handled you actually were the one carrying it instead, right?
yeah. There were some stationary ones on some maps that you could actually like detach from like its
Yeah,
tripod over it was.
it was like the pit. The pit, I think, because what they implemented it was it later that they added that feature in? Because I don't think that was automatically always in the game. I don't think
Right.
when we first started playing. I think later on they added that feature where you could demount the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they did. I can't remember, but what was it? The pit. The pit was one. I remember that they had that.
Yeah,
They
because
had
I'd
that
wait for
turret
those
on top.
guys to come out of that room. I'd be
Yeah,
sitting with the gun waiting for them.
yeah. I remember. Yeah, because people would fucking just it'd either be that room with the sword or you'd go to that turret.
Yeah.
Um, Now, do you have a preference on a map? Is there like a you have a
Um.
favorite map?
Yes. You remember Valhalla? That's when you were talking about the
Yep.
man cannons where you try to drive the Warhog through to launch you.
Yep.
I would grab the missile pod and I would actually go through a man cannon because there were aerial vehicles there. There was the
Hmm.
Banshee, and when people got in that, the missile pod actually homes in on those
Yep.
aerial vehicles. So that was a good way to take care of that problem.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's why I never got when we were on Valhalla, I never got into that Banshee because somebody'd be waiting because they spawned on both bases.
Trying to think of. Do you remember? So you mentioned the Banshee, but do you remember like there was a time purposely try to mount the Banshee. Like if you were in the Banshee or whatever, they people would try to get into it and kick you out of it while you're flying midair.
Yeah, that's the Skyjacker.
Yep, yep.
That's the only one medal I have. I don't know why the guy was flying so low, but you know what I'm saying? I kicked him out of his and I started flying it. And I wasn't too experienced with it because I never get into it. And, you know, it wasn't long before I was taken down. But I kicked the guy out and they gave me the medal for that.
Right.
Skyjacker. Oh, man. I love that.
I'm trying to think of what else was there. The tank. The tank was always.
Yeah, what was that called? What was it called? A Wraith?
Yeah. The Wraith
Yeah.
was one, but no, they had the tank too. They had the tank because that was the counter. They were both the counters for each other.
Right. It was like what the Spartans and the Covenant version.
Yep. Yep. Did you? I can't remember. Did you play much when they did the big team battle game where they did it in that sandbox map?
I was a part of that.
Yeah, that was definitely nuts. Sandbox, and you had that one mass people driving around the map. People would just go in there like a house on wheels.
House on Wheels. Oh crap, man! Yeah, I do remember all that. That's kind of funny.
You know what? You know what map I hate? Snowbound was one of those maps that I hated.
You hated Snowbound?
Oh my god, I hated it. I think anytime that map came up, I was always the one to veto it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I hated the one where what was going on there? They had it wasn't so much like an elevator, it was like a rise up. You spoke about it earlier. Like you'd walk in there and they rise you up to like the upper floor there.
Which the one that I was talking about? The other one I was talking about, I believe it was. What was it? Guardian is what it was called.
That's probably what it was.
Yep. It was like in this greenery, and there was like this big. There was a centerpiece in the middle, but each side had the same kind of base layout.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what was Guardian.
Yeah, I didn't care for that too much.
What's the other one? I think the one that I think Narrows.
Narrows.
It was how do you even describe what Narrows was? It was like a gray map basically, but like it had this long Covenant walkway, and there was a top layer and a bottom layer, and you would always have fights on both sides.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was one of the ones that for me that was just always the craziest fights because I don't think anybody would ever get to hold the ground unless you were really, really. But there was a constant back and forth on that map for me.
Yeah. Constant battling, huh?
I'm trying to think. What else was there?
Remember Griffball? Was it Griffball?
Yeah. Yeah, Griffball. That's where the gravity hammer got brought in.
Yeah. I remember.
Again,
Yeah.
it was one of those things. It was so limited. They didn't like. Wasn't until I think the game was like fading out that they made it permanent. Which you have
Yes.
like as a game mode, but
Right. I remember that there was one match of Griffball that I actually won for the team because because remember they put the ball down in the middle of the court.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd all charge to try and grab it. You know, we'd try to get possession of it.
Mm-hmm.
My team and the opposing team all charged this ball. And when we all got there, we all swung our hammers at the same time. I don't know if that caused a glitch in the game or what, but what happened is I went straight up in the air off the map. Like I could look down at the map and the map looked like a dot. That's how far up high I was. Bro, for some odd reason, I won the game for my team because all the other guys got eliminated, but I never came back down. So yeah, it said my team won by default. It was the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever seen.
I thought you were gonna say you won the game because you landed in the spot. You slammed the ball in. I was like, oh Jesus.
Bro, I was off the map. I guess it was the combined slam, the force of all those slams. I guess it all got transferred to me. Yo, I was up in there. I looked down and dude, the map was like the size of we'll say the size of a penny. Right? I'm looking down at it. I'm like, holy crap, man. Am I ever gonna come back down here? And I never came back, but it said my team won. And I'm like, how? And I was never eliminated.
That's insane.
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What? Do you remember? God, I can't remember. I think it was later on. I think it was Reach. Reach was the one where you could do like the assassination.
Yeah, we had those little those animations for that.
Yeah, that was good. I don't.
You like that?
That did. I thought that was fun.
Now
it reminds me of like Battlefield, how you would run up to somebody on a knife.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna bring the Battlefield. Oh man. Now that's something.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, at Reach, was that special skill, that armor lock. I feel like that was pretty OP.
That was what was the other one? What was a perk that way where if you hit it out, it would shoot like a decoy.
Oh, it was like a hologram of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed on big maps, a lot of guys would deploy that to like bait out snipers and all that stuff.
Right.
Problem is, like, those guys are a little too wise because that thing just ran straight.
Yeah.
Anybody who had any lick of sense knew you're running out there straight. That's pretty much headshot alley for you.
That was another thing that made me. I can't. Was that part of 3? I feel like that was part of Halo 3 too, though.
Yeah. I remember in Halo 3 they had something that scrambled up your radar.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And people would freak out, like start laying shots all around them. The invisible cloak.
Yeah. The cloak, the overshield, all that good stuff.
Oh man. Wait, so what was your favorite game mode?
I would say just straight up deathmatch. The team deathmatch type. King of the Hill was okay.
I enjoyed King of the Hill.
You did, huh?
Where you held the skull, right?
Yeah, you held that skull.
You smack him up.
Yo, I pulled that William Shakespeare many a time. Smack him with that skull, slam. Oof. It was a one hit kill.
Yeah. That
was good times. But then you got to hear that announcer. Ball taken. Ball stolen. Ball taken.
Oh, man. Let's see what else we got. I think that was it.
Yeah, that pretty much, we pretty much covered our bases with that. There were just a lot of good times going all around. Again, nostalgia kicks in really hard when I think about that.
It does. I mean, do you feel like? Oh, you know what? The one weapon, the Spartan laser.
Yo, I thought you wouldn't bring that up. Yo, when I mentioned Spartans, I was like, yo, this weapon here is something else. Now, how'd you feel about it?
I thought it was good. That was a very satisfying one. I almost forgot about that, but yeah.
Now, it was very powerful because if you just contacted them anywhere, regardless, it could be the foot, the head, anything, it was a one-hit kill.
Get the toe. Yep.
Yeah. My thing is, I didn't have experience because remember, it shows an indication of the laser enough to where the opponent, if they see it, they can kind of like shimmy out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough experience to kind of like bait it away until it was fully charged and then shoot it at him. I couldn't do that. Yeah, I didn't have enough skill to pull that
I
off.
can't remember. So when it charged up and it like say like it did what you said. Let's say you pre-charge it, and
Yeah.
if it went off in front of you, was it an explosion or was it just the laser? I don't
It
think it could kill you yourself, could it?
no.
Like if I looked down and like with a rocket launcher shot down, I would die.
No, I don't think the explosion from the blast would kill you. I think it was just the laser penetrating you would get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you probably sustain damage, but it wouldn't be a one-hit kill.
Right. Right. Yeah, that was one of those ones like you could hear it and you would know what's coming. Like, and everybody would look around.
Yeah, bro. Like, because if you had it focused on the guy and you started priming it, like he'd see that little thin laser, like collecting energy, and he'd know, oh, I'm in the beam. Somebody got me in their sights, and he would start, trying to act finicky to, kind of shake it off.
That was another one.
That Spartan laser. Oh, that was good times when you had that weapon.
So, I mean, the best gun for me out of Halo, and it's, I think most people that played it know it, but it's the pistol from Halo 1.
Oh, you better believe it. That thing was busted.
I think it was disgusting.
That was the one that zoomed in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you compare the ease, like you can acquire it. You start with it. You know what I
It
mean?
was, yeah, it was at least 3 headshots, and you were
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
At least.
To an experienced marksman, that was a deadly weapon.
It was like because it was close and long range. The gun was busted, right? Like, but it was one of those things where it was like if you had, like I said, you started out with it. Everybody,
Yeah.
like you didn't even necessarily need to run the map to look for a particular gun if you had to. The pistol would do it
Oh yeah.
if you know how to use
That pistol was one of the weapons that I would consider the most dependable.
it. Yeah, but they ruined it after that. I don't think it's ever been to what it was, and I don't think it ever will be, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they realized the monster they created was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you, I mean, again, what is your favorite? Cause I don't know, how many Halo games did you? You didn't really play one. You played just like the multi. You never actually played the story.
Right.
So did you just base it off multiplayer for you?
To be honest, that's probably where my perspective would come from, just pure multiplayer combat, human
Now,
on human combat.
did you ever play 2?
I did not.
Yeah. I feel like 2 would be the best of the multiplayer. 3 was where they really like fine-tuned stuff, but 2 definitely had a lot of things that made the game shine. Like 2 definitely made multiplayer. Which Halo
Really?
1 did. Yeah, I would say Halo 1 definitely made first-person shooters relevant and something to look at. But
Okay.
2 made online gaming insane.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
interesting. Yeah, because I played 1. You introduced me to 1, and then 3 came out, and I guess that's when it was like it was just multiplayer where you guys didn't have to stick together. You can play at the luxury of your own house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you guys can link up, join a party, join a lobby, and then get going. But yeah, 2 I never touched.
What is what's your next shooter that you would want?
After Halo,
Um,
I would definitely dive into the Call of Duty series. I'd have to say, even though they say that the original Modern Warfare is probably the best one in terms of
Yes.
hit
I'm not
detection.
even. I'm not even gonna just gonna stop you there. Yes.
Really,
Call of Duty 4 was absolutely yes. Was a beast in its own.
really.
Yes. Yes.
See,
The
I
maps
never
on that.
dabbled too much with that one.
Oh, it was so good.
Damn. See, and I started at World at War. I started at, but Modern Warfare 2 was when I really began to like really embrace the Call of Duty culture, so to speak.
Right. I didn't like. I mean, I played it, but I didn't dive into it. I think that was when I started backing off of Call of Duty a little bit. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, this is kind of it's just boring. It just felt
Mm-hmm.
because I think at that point we had already played so many, and I was just like, all right, I'm over it. And then Black Ops brought me back in. And then I got into that for a little bit, and then I just
Damn.
kind of
What pulled
backed
you
off.
into Black Ops so much?
Honestly, I think it was the little robot, the
Get
RB,
out of here.
the RC. Yeah,
The RCXD?
yeah. That was what
How was the
really got.
deciding factor? I see you now. You had no problems laying it down wherever you were at.
No, absolutely. That and the what was it, the sentry gun? The middle that was
Yeah.
I just dropped that down.
Now you're speaking my language. I had no problem with that sentry gun. I always liked a good laid sentry gun would get you a decent amount of kills.
Yeah. Trying to think of what would be your next game after that?
In terms of
First person shooters.
okay. Oh man. I think after that I kind of declined. I can't find anything in my memory bank regarding
No
first person
Borderlands?
shooters. Huh?
No Borderlands? That's what I was looking
Oh,
for.
okay. Yeah. Okay, not so much competitive against each other, but first person
Yeah.
shooters and multiplayer. Oh, without a doubt,
Oh,
Borderlands.
all
Easy.
right. So if we're talking competitive, then I mean you dove into Destiny for a bit.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that? Because that was essentially Bungie's um, next thing. That was their own take on Halo.
Right. Now,
I,
how
I
would
know
I
you
feel
weren't
about
big
that?
into it. I know you weren't big into it. So I mean,
Uh-huh.
for me, I can that and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I know you weren't too fond of it. I think a lot of it was because it was a grind.
That and you're exactly right. See, the thing is, I didn't mind. I actually liked the concept of the game. You know, you're adventuring and all that stuff. You find those rare. What are they? What are they called? When you find the rare, is
Ingrams.
Ingrams. Yes, when you find all that stuff and you get like new weapons, new armor, and all that. That was great to me.
Yeah.
But I felt like the raids and all that stuff, they were too taxing, too demanding. I heard, you guys going on several hours on one raid. I could never do that. I couldn't pull that off. It was just not possible.
I mean, but that you have to. For me, and again, I never played World of Warcraft. It's not a game I've ever played or dove into. But everybody compared it to that in that aspect of very grindy and with the whole raid aspect. And if you didn't have the right group or team comp, like yeah, that's where hours would come in. They were. I mean, you remember there was. I would play with Eddie, and Eddie would just shit on the other people that were in the group, and they would just drop out. So like you already wasted an hour and a half, and now you already pissed these people off, and they're out the door. Now you got to redo it all. So like that sucked.
Yeah, that was hell. And I don't want to be that guy responsible for dragging the rest of you guys down because I got to go take a piss or there's something else I got to tend to.
Right.
And, you guys like, hey, like, where you going? We still need you here to take care of this. We got to handle this business here.
So again, like I know. that was one of those things where I just felt like you missed out on it, and then you were more like, oh, take up too much time. As the game progressed later on, we through, but I feel like that's something you definitely missed out on was the raid aspect of it.
You
That
think
was
so,
probably
huh?
oh yeah, that first raid, the Vex raid. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites.
Really?
Like all, yeah, like that whole level design and everything was amazing.
Now, don't get me wrong. I could do a strike, okay, but no raid. I could do one of them strikes for you.
Nah, but the strikes don't mean anything. You get
Yeah,
those
they don't
done in
mean
5 minutes.
shit because you guys are walking around with that damn exotic equipment.
Yeah.
Remember when I broke down what was considered to
Yep.
you guys the
Yep.
best arms in the game?
They were
And
the
I said that's
barrier or
just
whatever.
something to break up buds on.
And you did. You broke it. But you ran what class? You ran the
Oh, was it Warlock?
Warlock. Yeah, that's what I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was. I see somebody asking about doing a get together for WoW Classic. You
Yes.
ever
Oh
play World of
yeah.
Warcraft?
That's a good old antipathics. How you doing, brother?
But did you ever play World of Warcraft?
I had coworkers actually that talked about it, but I've never experienced it myself.
See, I avoided it because of I heard horror stories. It ruined people's lives.
Really?
Like, yeah, I
Ruin
I heard
people's
people got
lives.
yeah because all right. So we kind of talking about like how you have to put in all this time for like a raid, but this game, World of Warcraft, apparently is that, but the whole way through, people would like avoid their families, their wives, like homes will be broken over because of this
What?
game. Yeah, yeah. It,
Damn.
yeah, the game's crazy. But yeah, I guess they re-released the classic, and I've been seeing articles past couple days how like people are actually like there's specific missions or whatever lining up so they could help each other out kill like this one particular mob. Otherwise, like people would be waiting there days or hours or however long.
What?
Something crazy. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the article. But you gotta check it out. It's insane. Like,
I didn't know that game was that captivating.
oh my god, it's terrible. Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna send you this article. Here, check it out. It's nuts.
I have to have a look at that.
It's literally people like lining up so they can complete a quest.
Really, and it gets them in trouble domestic wise, you'd say.
Yeah, there was people that would lose their marriage. They would play this game so much that they would lose their jobs and like
How you
shit.
gonna forego your job?
I don't know. These people managed online funerals.
Online funerals? What the fuck? Yo.
I don't know. That's what he said. He's like he remembers hearing about online funerals. That's crazy. Yeah, I believe it. I remember in Overwatch, some kid like apparently died, and like the community or there was like a lobby of all these people, and they did like some crazy thing for to memorize the person.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that you're bringing that up, I gotta be honest and bring this up. What game was that where I said they're gonna give this guy? Remember the guy? He was like on
It was
borrowed
Destiny.
time, wasn't he?
It was Destiny.
It was Destiny. Yeah. And what did I say? They're gonna give him that web. Like I said something that kind of wasn't too kosher.
You were like, you said something along the lines of, they're gonna give this guy this game or a gun or whatever. I,
Yeah, it was like an
yeah,
exotic weapon or something like that.
it was like I think it was only. Let me see. Destiny. Damn it. It was. I think the kid was dying of cancer.
That's not good, man.
And you were pissed. You were like livid. You were like, they're gonna give this guy a gun.
Yo, that's not good, man. I can't be doing shit like that.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
I mean, the man's on borrowed time, you know, and they did him a service.
I forgot what you said. I think you said something along the lines of, you were like, he ain't gonna be around. Why are you giving him that gun?
Yeah, that was wrong, man. Nah, I think I got to be punished for that.
Oh man,
Yeah, there's definitely punishment coming my way for that bullshit.
that was definitely something though, because I was not expecting that response, but that was good.
That's not
That
right,
was good.
man. That ain't good.
You were pissed too. I remember that. You were like, what the hell?
It
I
was
think that's when
probably
you. I think that's when you stopped playing Destiny too.
I stopped because of that. Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I know I was pissed because I didn't have any exotic weapons or anything like that. You know, I'd have what was the next step down? What was like extreme? It was rare or something. It was the next step down from exotic. You know, I'd get those type of things. They're like purple. You know, and I could
Here's
never
the
get
article.
those exotic pieces of equipment. That was for my character, the warlock.
This is it right here. Bungie sends one of a kind Destiny gun to man who had brain surgery.
Yeah.
It's this article right here. It's great. And it was called The Fate of All Fools. It's crazy.
Wow, I'm a grade A scumbag. Boys, you guys out there tuning in, that was a scumbag move by Quick Draw.
Oh, so good. Oh,
But
man.
yeah, you were speaking about Borderlands not too long ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I was just trying to figure out where, because game wise now you're all over the place.
Oh, I am.
I think we're all over the place now. Like before, it was just all the shooters.
Right.
I think the only game outside of shooters was what you actually introduced Minecraft to me.
I
And
introduced that to you?
you did. You were like, yeah, check this game out.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Hmm. I can't even remember where I got it from.
I think you got it from Mike.
That's what it was, huh?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Because after that, I remember we ended up all linking up, and that's when we would catch you sleeping
Yeah.
mid-mine.
And you guys would record that stuff. You guys would box me in wherever I was at.
Yeah.
Yo,
um,
Minecraft, as simple as its graphics were, it was very efficient. It was very effective.
it still is to this day. You know what's funny
Yes.
is, so you know who Ninja is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So apparently he played Minecraft today.
What?
Yeah, he his first time playing, and he loaded up my like it's big, man. Like you know who PewDiePie is, the YouTube guy.
PewDiePie? Yeah, he's one of the most famous on YouTube, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the most famous. He's gone back to playing Minecraft like regularly, and it's just one of those games, man. Like you'll stop for a little bit, and then you can go right back. But then once you go back, you're in it. Like, and that's where I am right now. It's like I'm in it.
You're in it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you show me the world that you've created, and you've told me the goals you wish to complete.
My problem with me though, and this is my big situation. So I would stop and they would do these new updates, but then the way they explain it, the seeds that you previously had wouldn't carry over. So you know me, like I would build like these crazy ass things,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would have to make a whole new world. So after a while, I stopped playing. But now, like, seems like everything carries over from world regardless, since the worlds are basically infinite. So
Right.
now I'm a little more comfortable building.
Yeah.
So right now I'm building an actual town and all that.
Build an actual town. You know me. I'm the explorer in me always likes to find the mountains that have the diamonds in them. That's what I'm always looking for. If I see a mountain, I go right into it and I mine straight down. And if I find a cave, that just takes me to my, you know what I'm saying? I just go with it.
When's the last time? What was that one world? Was it where you're building like a castle type thing, and then the vines started building up?
Oh, bro, that's way back. That's back on Xbox. Well, I mean, we still play on Xbox, but yeah, that was a long time ago. I built the castle and I built it around a tree that had vines like growing off of it. And the vines somehow attached themselves to the wall of the castle and kept growing. It looked sick. It looked so sick that I actually would cut the vines and I would replace them on certain parts of the wall and they would grow from there. Even.
It's crazy.
Yeah, yo, it was crazy. Yeah, like you said, it was crazy. Not only did it have an aesthetic look, but if you were down on the floor below, you can actually use the vines to climb back up to the upper one. So it had a function to it as well.
Do you remember that what did I call it? I call it Skybox.
The skybox, yeah, I ain't gonna forget that.
Yeah,
You know I ain't forgetting about that skybox, fam.
That was one of my fun ones. You build that up, jump off into the water.
The skybox.
They've added so much since. What about all right, so I know it's like random now, but now because I'm looking at something. So as far as like first person shooters, I think the last like competitive one we all played was Overwatch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What are your feelings on that?
Now Overwatch, I definitely enjoyed playing it. You know what I mean? I just felt like there could have been more to it. You know what I mean? They had their individual characters. Every character had their individual skills, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You had your different modes where, you know, it was either the single player deathmatch. Not single player, like team deathmatch, like in Call of Duty. Control a certain point, things like that. But I felt like they could have done like a little bit more. Like say you take like well, actually no, they were just like Team Fortress, where you know you had that one mode where you had to take that cart and you were the team that you had to push it to the other side and all that stuff.
Push the payload, yep.
Yeah.
Payload. Yep.
Yeah. I felt like that in Team Fortress, I felt like they had a good concept. It was just that their game modes were limited. If you know what I mean.
I don't, because I felt like they had plenty of content, which is what
Really?
I enjoyed. I loved Overwatch for a good period. That was my game.
Yeah?
Playing Hog or Lucio. Oh my god.
Lucio?
So I got into got the PC, as you know. So I started playing Overwatch on PC now, and it's starting to spark back up.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm looking in chat. Antipathic says, I still play Team Fortress 2. I like how it's 12 versus 12, less pressure. I didn't know that was a thing.
12. Yeah, geez, I haven't even played that I played it on 360. And you swear up and down to this day you played that game.
Connor, you know I played that game. I watched you guys play that game.
You watched them play with me.
What do you mean? Yo, and I played myself.
Nah.
This man swears to God I never touched that game.
Oh, man.
That was the longest standing controversy. It's still here today.
I have no proof. And I can only go it off your word. Because I think you said Mike was the one that was playing the game. Because I know Les didn't play it. Actually, did
Les play? No, Les was on there.
Yeah, I remember because I bought Les the disc, and Les did that dick thing and sold the game.
Yep, that sounds like Les. Yeah, I'll sell it on you. Thanks for the game, fam. Let me make a profit off this right quick.
Yeah, I remember that. It's crazy.
That's hilarious, man. Yes. But yeah, Overwatch was the last night I played with you guys. And of course, Torbjorn. You remember that guy.
Oh, they've changed him. They did a complete rework now.
They probably nerfed him.
No, no, he is. So you know how when he screams out molten core, he now
Yeah.
shoots out molten lava.
Really?
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
But he still has his usual features.
He does have the turret, but they've tweaked him a bit in other aspects.
Really?
Yeah.
They better have tweaked Bastion because that was a broken character.
They've tweaked him since.
They
But
better have nerfed him. Because, dude, has he turned into a... Yeah?
I remember that was probably like the biggest complaint I think everybody had.
Bro, he's so broken. He turns into a turret, which doesn't take damage. Okay? And he's able to spray you down?
And then heal himself.
Yeah, and heal himself simultaneously. How does that even work?
Right.
Yeah, that was a bullshit character. And even like before he got, like the power up, you know what I mean? He was effective in his own right then and there.
Who was your other character? Torbjorn was the only one, right?
Torbjorn, I would play who's the girl? Farah? Is it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They've added a few characters since you last played, so
They added more characters.
yeah. And I think it's still growing.
Yo, Antipathics in chat, he says, yo, respect on Farah play. Yo, Farah was deadly. She was a nice offensive character.
Yeah, paired up with Mercy, like just constant as hell, raining down on you.
Yeah, when he says Farah stays in the air now. I guess the air game is quite tight these days. You would know they're L. Clark Kent.
Well, so when I was on PC, I think I ended up having to play her because there's this game mode now where you switch. Like if you get a kill, you switch and play each character individually.
Yeah.
And I got to play her at some point, and I could definitely tell she played differently. She felt differently.
Really?
She wasn't one of the one. Yeah, she wasn't one of my like go-tos for me.
Yeah.
But I was more of a Junkrat. What was I? Junkrat, Roadhog,
Roadhog.
Lucio. Lucio was to bop people off. That was one of my favorite. I'm trying to think who else. And May. May was another one.
Oh boy. May, who else they have? Diva. Diva with that freaking that machine.
I've always hated Diva.
I loathe Diva.
Just it's too much.
Yeah. That and Soldier. That I have you in my sights. Dude, there was no escaping that man. Once he had that, he literally, when he had you in his sights, you were done.
Yeah. Yeah. So he says Farah, Diva, Junk, and Lucio was his cast. Winston.
And Winston. Yo, Winston.
Yes.
Who else is there being a scumbag? Who is it? Who was the guy that shot the bow? Hanzo, yeah. Yo, how? He had such a small freaking like his window to hit. It was so small.
His little hitbox, yeah.
Yeah.
They did a rework on him too, I've noticed.
Really?
Some things have changed since. Yeah, the arrows were ridiculous. That was just like, no way.
But I always be getting hit.
Yeah. What was the other one? The other one that pissed me off.
Tracer.
Tracer was annoying.
Yeah.
If you had somebody that was good with Tracer, oh my god, annoying. Especially if you're playing a character that wasn't intended to fight against her.
Right.
Yes, good tracers. Good tracers are annoying. I agree. Yes. Les said Reaper. He enjoyed Reaper.
He did?
He's in my chat right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. He's listening.
Are you on Twitch or Mixer?
I'm on Mixer.
Oh, okay. Fair shout. Fair shout. The guys know I don't do the Mixer, but I'll respect it for this instant.
Look, it is what it is. It's like McDonald's and Burger King, all right?
Who else is there? McCree. Remember, it's high noon.
Yes.
He's not a scumbag out there.
They added who was my favorite? Reinhardt was my other tank. That was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I enjoyed him. I love playing him. Just going around smacking people. Oh
Yeah.
my God, so good. And then pinning them against the wall.
Yo. Whoa. Now you brought up something that going around smacking people. Remember, how do we feel about Titanfall? Do you mind if I bring that up?
Oh, so that was good. That's that's another game. Did you ever play Titanfall 2?
I haven't. Once the guys again, we dispersed. I kind of just gave up the path of that.
I think I got you that game. I don't think we ever played it.
Yeah, you did get me Titanfall 2. Remember the Wile E. Coyote that you did?
Oh my god, that was like I still have that clip.
You still have the clip?
I still have that clip. I actually watched it like last week or 2 weeks ago when I got put on off leave for work. I was going through like my YouTube channel and looking at some videos, and I found like a bunch of like old stuff that I made.
Yeah.
And that was one of the clips. That's still one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, Titanfall is something interesting.
Definitely was.
Now, in that game, to me, it wasn't so much the guns. It was more of your character's abilities, like what you could do with them. That's how I felt about it.
It was what?
Like, it wasn't so much the variance of the guns and what they were capable of. It was more like the character abilities that you had. And remember those cards, those burn cards? Can't forget them.
But a lot of it now, so I've watched a couple people play Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty much the same, but they've improved. I've only ever heard like great things about it. I started playing the campaign because I heard the campaign's like one of the best.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
But, I'm one of those people that I have a million games and I play them for like 10 minutes and go on to the next.
Right.
But I don't know. I definitely right now like my focus, and I know you don't care much for this series, but I'm currently stuck on Gears of War 4.
Oh, that goddamn Gears of War. Oh, boy.
And I'm getting ready for Gears of War 5.
You guys out there, what do you think about that Gears of War? Me, personally, I don't care about it, but what do you think?
Did you even play it, though?
I only watched it and never played it.
Yeah. It's definitely not for everybody.
Well, Antipathic said it was fun to watch. He never played it himself, but he enjoyed spectating.
Yeah, I'm currently going through the campaign on insane difficulty. And it is just that insane. They breathe on you and you're dead.
Just like breathe on you and you're passing away.
Right.
Oh. Now, one thing, I remember the early Gears of War, one of my coworkers, because he played, he said the one thing he kept on griping about was the chainsaw's lethality. He said it was just too much for him to bear.
Really?
He said that chainsaw was disgusting.
Like good or
Yeah, like he said, not in a good way.
not in a good way? I loved it. I feel like that was something unique for that.
Really?
Yeah, it was a change of pace from a shooter. You were doing more with the gun now.
Yeah.
It wasn't simply just point one end, boom boom, you're dead. But now it's like it's like the brute shot there. You you swore up and down had function. It had the blade on it, but this is Gears now. Gears is Lancer is that brute shot aspect where you can actually take the chainsaw and cut somebody in half. So they did what Halo couldn't for you.
Wow. Oh. Whereas Halo ruined Christmas for me by having me believe that Brute Shots Melee was doing something, but
And I bet people in the wherever you were going, what the hell is this guy talking about?
bro, I thought for sure. I thought for sure that the blade on the end of that Brute Shot was the reason why it was so lethal and up close.
Nope.
That's garbage, man. If it's just aesthetics.
That's all it was. That's all it was. I'm trying to think what other. We played the Battlefield as far as shooters wise. I mean, how did you feel about those? I felt like those were more
Oh,
like
going
your
into
realistic
Battlefield.
shooters. Those were like more your full. If you really want to feel what it's like to be on that field like that. Whereas Call of Duty, I feel like it's more gimmicky. It's not legit.
Oh, indeed. Oh, wholeheartedly. I agree with that. Because they even Battlefield, they account for bullet drop and all that. They're trying to bring in
Right.
like realism.
Yeah.
And that changes the game a lot.
In that particular game, I remember I would specifically try and snipe because of the bullet drop. Because a
Okay.
lot of people couldn't factor that in, or because the distance and the size of the map where I could be at actual good distance from somebody and lay them out.
Yeah. Now, Antipathics himself is a fan of it too. He says Battlefield 4 was my game. He said
That was
getting
the
an
one.
RPG hit on a heli was my drug. Damn.
Yo, I will never forget, yo, and I hope Les is in the chat still. But I think you were there with us. We were all in the helicopter, and Les is like, "All right, guys, get in the plane." So we get in this right? We get in it, and then out of nowhere, we're seeing that we're going out of the map. I'm like, yo, Les, where you taking us? He's like, "What are you talking about? I already got out."
Here's what he gone.
He,
Bro.
he killed.
Yo.
Oh my god, dude. Legit, yo. He was he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, I'm way up. Yo, he flew it out off the map and then jumped out to get into the map. And I was like, "What are you doing?" Not warning anybody or anything.
I mean, it'd be nice if you can tell us. I thought it was odd because the vehicle was flying too straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Because you know how Les is when he operates vehicles. That's why I said, like, Les ain't exactly the most, and video game wise, he's not the greatest.
Yeah.
You know, very, like, warthogs were like a very scary ride with him, but Jesus. Yeah, no, he said, haha, I jumped out. Yeah, we noticed.
Yo, he's like that meme. You know the meme you see on Facebook on stuff where the guy is skydiving and he has a piece of paper saying "I was your pilot" as he's going down. That's freaking Lester there. The guy is skydiving, showing you in the window, "I was your pilot," as he's going down. Yo. That's so dumb, man.
The one guy goes, he's, "Oh yeah, sticking C4s on a Jeep and ramming it into a tank and detonating was the best."
Yo,
He was
Antipathics.
jihading.
I didn't do that. That's very genius of you.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
Oh, I never even considered that.
The closest thing I did to that was when I was in Halo 3. I drove the Warthog. I had the rocket launcher. I got out, let the vehicle go in front of a group,
Yeah.
aimed the rocket at the Warthog so that it would blow up and kill them.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's brutal, man. That's savagery.
some good moments, that's for sure.
And you can't forget about taking somebody's tags when
Oh
they
my
weren't
God.
looking, when they were caught slipping.
I think when it was it Battlefield 4? It was the first person whoever got tags had to make the video. And I think I ended up getting your tags. I ended up running up on you.
Yeah, you got mine.
I got yours. I remember that. Do you remember that one video where it was literally a line of people? They were taking each other's
Waiting to get
tags.
tags. Yo.
It was just so funny to watch. And because I remember Les being one of the victims on it. I gotta go up here now and take this guy's tags. Like, and it was just it was like 3 to 4 people that ended up dying there. It was
Yo, you
insane.
got mine because of that. Because I was getting somebody's tags. You were waiting for me to finish my animation before you got mine.
Yep. So dirty.
There's a bunch of guys lined up waiting to take tags.
It was so good. I think I have that clip somewhere. I have to find these clips because they're great.
Yo, the best. Now, you got the one where you froze it. You actually took a picture of like my guy's face when you turned around and took
yes,
the
and like your guy like looked me in the eye. Like
Yo, that's some of the best shit I've ever seen.
oh my God. It was so good.
Oh man, Battlefield, that's something else.
I don't even know what language this is, my man. Bira Buro. I don't know what you're saying, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
I just hope he's enjoying stream.
If he can understand it, I hope. Ah man. What's the other I think that was it. I mean, shooter wise, we didn't really dive into a lot.
No.
Destiny was like my one game that I pretty much went head first into. God, I was looking at that the other day with Eddie. I have that's what I sent you the other day. And you were asking me like what that was about. That was the hours that I put into that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did ask you about that because I didn't understand the picture right.
Yeah. So according to Xbox, as of and I quit before Eddie. Like I quit a few months way before Eddie. So according to Xbox, the amount of time played for me for that game, 113 days, 10 hours and 33 minutes.
Wow.
Which equates
113 days.
113 days, which
Holy
equates
crap,
to
dude.
about 2,800 hours.
I don't even have that many days on Final Fantasy VI Beyond Chaos. That's ridiculous.
Look, that was like that was for me. That's when I understood what World of Warcraft does to people. That was my understanding when I realized when I was playing that game like that.
Its capabilities of sweeping you off this planet.
Yes, yes. I mean, it's bad. It was so bad.
Oh, crap, dude. Wow. Now, what of Borderlands? I know you have some feelings for that.
The competitive wise, like I feel like, I mean, it was never competitive, but it was one of those games for me that was just. I love the art style. I love the cell shading on it.
Right.
and it was just the characters too were amazing, story wise and
Yes.
all that. Yeah, it was great.
And how about the potential of available guns for the crew?
My God, here we go. I already know.
Yeah, you know where this is going.
I thought the availability of guns was interesting. I definitely. So they say now it's billions, but I don't even think it's actually billions. I think they just say that because they can't calculate an accurate number.
Right.
I don't even think it's actual billions, but I think they can't calculate an accurate number to give, so they just inflate it.
Oh, that kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for bringing that slice of reality to me.
That's what I'm here for you. Somebody's got to. You remember State of Decay?
Well, they got a better game out now. Yo, State of Decay 2 is the shit. It's everything State of Decay 1 should have been.
Yeah.
So they may have lied on that, but they really didn't.
The guy was speaking Portuguese. Sorry, bud.
Oh wow.
Don't speak Portuguese, yeah.
You got fans from across the globe, don't you?
I guess. But as far as Borderlands, it was one was my favorite. I mean, two was good, but I think one for me was my favorite. I like
Really?
Borderlands 1 characters more than I did Borderlands 2, obviously. Now, I I think story-wise though, Borderlands 2 definitely had it, but I think they perfected it.
You think so, huh?
Hmm. Now, as far as how do you feel about the new one that's coming out?
Um, I feel very excited because I've always been a Borderlands fan. I didn't
Mhm.
like that prequel one. That's the only one I didn't care about too much.
Yeah, see, I just completely forgot about that. I've never. Everybody talks so much shit about it. I avoided it based on them. I probably shouldn't have because I'm sure it's not as bad as what they say, but um, that's another one I want to. It's another series I want to dive into before the other one comes. Um, but yeah, no, I like the whole looting aspect, the whole grinding for weapons, and
Oh yeah.
you build your character for basically the time you put.
Oh indeed.
Yeah, trying to think of. There's only one other game I think that you and I have experience with together, and that's Battle. It's very short, but you had a little bit of experience with me with Battlefront.
I did.
And how'd you feel about that?
Battlefront, it was all right to me. I mean, it was nothing earth shattering, so to speak.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it was a game that I was interested in. It did its part for me.
Right. So I just noticed too now on your stream. So that little icon there by your volume, is that what you're talking about? Your Wi-Fi?
Yes, that is. Yep. You see how it's in that? That says that the Wi-Fi is kind of it's inactive. That little symbol right there, the way it is.
So now I can actually, we should be able to actually screen share, so we can look at that later. That's just something that reminded me of. But back to what we're talking about. What are you looking forward to upcoming? Anything?
As far as games,
Yeah.
um, I haven't heard too much. I really haven't put my ear out there to see what's happening. But what I have caught word of because I've been in various streams of is I'm a fan of Blood Bowl. All right.
Hmm.
Well, I've been hearing talk about a Blood Bowl 3 coming out. And I think what they're going to do with that is not only do some quality of life changes, but they're going to incorporate the last batch of races they failed to incorporate in the last 2 games, which had me excited.
Nice.
Oh, Blood Bowl. Yeah, you can't forget about that Blood Bowl, fam. Even though I lack a PlayStation, I'm definitely waiting for The Last of Us 2 to come out. I just want to see the game. I'm probably not going to play it, but I want to see it.
I actually ended up buying, and I told you this, and you remember this. I bought a PlayStation 3 to play that.
Right.
It looked so good, and I didn't want to watch anybody else play it.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience, and that was probably like when I got a PlayStation 4, I ended up buying it again just so I could play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one game. That's one of my top games.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, amazing.
You're definitely going to be on it when the second one comes out.
I don't know, because I ended up selling my PlayStation, so.
Damn.
Right now, well, I mean, I got enough right now. I got my Xbox, my freaking Nintendo Switch, and now I have a PC.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot going on.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to start playing for you? I think you'll get a kick out of is Catherine.
Get out of here. You ain't playing that damn game no more.
I'm going to play it.
What?
Because they're adding, in the fall, I think they're adding an updated storyline to it.
What? How?
They're going to make it like a threesome aspect of the game. You know how like triangle, but now they're alluding to a third Catherine, and it'll be like a threesome essentially.
Oh my god! Well, if you do that, I will be there watching you play.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I got that loaded up on Steam and everything now.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember when you were describing that game, I was like, what the hell is going on? You were like, whoa, I'm being chased by some hands? I'm being chased by a baby. Remember they chase you up the stage?
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
You hear that? That comes through
Oh,
your mic.
shit. What was that?
That's his link.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
Click the man's link, yo.
I thought somebody dropped some TNT in this book. Yo, Antipathics, you gotta warn me, man.
Yeah, you gotta warn people with that, dude. I was not expecting.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry if you had headphones because.
Bro, I was about to get up out of here. I thought I was threatened to like here at home. I was like, yo, I'm leaving. I'm going.
I wasn't expecting that, but I wanted to see this clip.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clean. That was a clean shot. Oh man, that was kills like that are always satisfying. I don't know if you watched the clip or not, but it's like stuff like that.
Oh, nice shot.
So
did he get a multi-kill for the guys in the helicopter, or was that prior to that?
No, that was because he got all those people that were in there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that was sick. That was a good shot. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, that's what separates Battlefield, dude. You get props for shit like that. Like, say you use Destruction 2.0 to take down a building, and you end up smushing some of the guys in there. You get credit for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'd like shit like that.
He's got more videos.
He's got more. It's going to be loud. Well, I'm ready this time, brother.
Yeah.
I got my titanium boxers on this time.
When I clicked on that and I heard that boom, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yo, I was like, oh, shit. I looked behind me like, yo, who's in here? Probably my best shot ever.
Let's see what this says.
Alright. There it is.
What?
How? How do you know what... Yo, how do you know that
Oh
trajectory?
my god.
How do you know how to do that?
Yeah, because it looked like that rocket was dropping. That was like he
Yo!
led it. He led it perfectly, but I didn't. The way that rocket thing, I didn't think she gonna connect.
No,
That's nice.
I didn't think the two were going to meet. Never. Not in this universe. He says because he plays too damn much.
But that was like with Halo and plasma grenades. You knew where to throw them.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
something that was one thing that I knew you had. That you knew where to throw them.
Oh, you better
Like
believe it.
you threw it to where somebody was going to be by the time they got there. Like you led them before they led themselves there. That's how you got it.
Yep, and have them meet in the middle. Have him meet the plasma grenade.
Oh man, that was some good times. See if I can find that clip or whatever, but yeah. So you don't have anything you're looking for right now other than Borderlands?
That's it. I'd like to see Borderlands 3 when it comes out. I'd like to see Blood Bowl 3 when it comes out. Other than that, there's nothing else I'm really looking for.
Oh, you know what they have coming out that I figured you would be into? It's Wasteland 3. You remember that?
Wasteland, yeah, yo, I got on the map streaming because of that game.
You remember who introduced you to that game?
It was you, wasn't it? You did,
That's right.
yeah. You said something about that.
That's right.
I got a liking to that game. I took a liking to it.
I found that party hill is what I called it back then.
All right, is that what you're displaying right there?
That's what's there. That's the Battlefield one we were talking about earlier.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Let me see what else. I know I had the Wiley one somewhere.
Wiley.
There it is. I found Wiley too.
Oh, he stabbed that dude in his neck. Oh, damn.
Oh man, it was just Party Hill. That's all that was. Watching all those people.
How long have you had this up here?
It looks like 5 years.
And there's not a single view on it. What the hell is that about?
Well, so I think I put it on private.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my issue. Yeah, I had all these things that I found because I was like, where all these videos come from? But apparently, I had them all on private when I uploaded them.
All right, fair shake. Now, how difficult is to upload things to YouTube? Because I've always considered it. I just never done it.
So I did this like what 5 years ago, like off like a Mac. It was like super easy.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of these clips, I think, like the Wile E. Coyote one, came off of. Yeah, no, it was super easy because those all came directly off Xbox. I made them on the Xbox, and then I just uploaded them onto YouTube.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah, it was super easy.
Really?
Yeah.
I might consider that in the future.
You should make some clips,
I should.
or clip them up, or get them all together. I'll edit. I got time right now. I'm all for this graphic designing and whatnot. I'm teaching myself all this stuff. I'm teaching myself right now Adobe After Effects, so like animations and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Stepping
So
your
if,
game
like,
up, are you?
Yeah. So if you like follow like my follow my stream now, it comes up as like a custom, almost looks like Destiny
Yeah.
alert. Yeah. So the way the bars come up yellow and everything, yeah, it is something like that. But I'm just messing around. Like I did this logo. This is something that's fun to do.
It's a badass logo. I mean, I like it personally.
I think we got to work on the name though.
Well, hey.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely this is fun. I mean, like, I could definitely do this more.
Oh, indeed.
I think we had some technical difficulties, but
Yeah, that was a minor setback, so to speak.
yeah, that's why I initially said I wanted to do test runs to make sure we could avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, it's pretty smooth.
No, yeah, once we got that ironed out, I mean, here we are. Just rolling.
You're gonna have to make that your background when you're streaming, so you don't see all that extra.
What, that right there?
Yeah, that's how I have mine set up. If you load mine, you'll see exactly how mine's set up.
You only need to put the occipital lobe in the background.
Yeah, make it as one of your scenes or your images.
Hmm. I just might have to do that if we're going to be doing this more frequently.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Now that I have a gauge, then hell yeah, we can do this. What do you think? Once a week, maybe twice a week. We'll do once a week. Start. I don't know. Pick something.
Yeah, we could
We'll,
definitely manage that.
yeah.
We got different topics we could glance over and things like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
And if we
We'll have
got
to start.
guys like
We'll we'll have to come back and finish that one topic. The whole wiping the ass.
oh
I think
yeah, yeah.
we gotta. You gotta throw that one out. That one I want to build up. We gotta build
Okay,
that one.
you're saving that for the proper moment, are you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
But I mean, if we got guys like antipathics here who are engaged with us, we can definitely carry this the more the distance.
oh yeah, I think it'll definitely take off. I feel like there's enough here. There's enough content. There's enough things to speak about. We can find a direction that we need to properly go down and stick to it. Will be good.
Indeed. I mean, I'm down for it.
Oh man. So when are they? So I sent you that one link for the Monster Rancher game.
Okay.
I told you they're gonna bring that to the Switch.
To the Switch.
Yeah, I'm actually excited.
Really? Now, what type of features do they expect to have on the Switch?
Now I think this is just a. Oh wait, hold on. So this says I didn't see this article. This was just posted 22 hours ago. This says it's going to iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. And currently, right now, it looks like it's just in Japanese. I can't read a lot of this. So this looks like it's the original Monster Ranch that was on the PlayStation 1. But I don't understand how this is gonna work though, because wasn't this game based off? And this is what interested me when you were telling me you inserted like CDs, DVDs to get like these monsters.
Oh yeah, any CD was any CD, any DVD, anything that was on a CD was capable of giving birth to a monster. Oh, bro, I had so much fun with that damn game. The original one on PlayStation. Oh man.
So apparently, there's no confirmed release date yet, but the game is apparently already 70% complete,
Really?
and it's gonna cost about 25, probably $30. That's interesting though. I want to know like how they're gonna incorporate that whole CD.
I'd honestly be surprised with this day and age and the technology. I'd be surprised if that's still a thing.
But they would have to incorporate like now instead of CDs on your phone, you now have like tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think they could look into your phone and the more songs you have or whatever albums you have, those would be treated as like a CD, and then that would produce a monster.
Right.
That'd be crazy because like with phones now, I could have over 200 CDs on my phone, and then or what would they distinguish as a CD? I can make a playlist of 10 songs and just repeat that, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting. I definitely think that would be cool to see how they bring to life. Because you know they're making a Minecraft, like a virtual reality Minecraft game for or AR Minecraft game.
Get out of here.
That'll
I
be
didn't know that.
yeah. They already have a VR one. That was my main reason for getting the PC because I wanted to play the VR Minecraft.
What?
Yeah. I, well, yeah. Once I can get money situated and whatnot, this work thing, whatever, I'm gonna start diving into the whole VR thing. That's my next direction.
Really? I didn't know it was like that.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. I didn't know that Minecraft was doing that. I didn't know that Monster Rancher was coming out with another game. I mean, I'm completely in the shadows here on all this stuff.
Well, I'm a little different than you. I stay up on all the technology, gaming aspect of everything.
Yeah, you definitely got an eye out for this stuff, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I seen Wastelands 3. I was like he'll probably like that. It's gonna actually be where was the last game based off? What state? Do you remember?
It was out west somewhere.
Nevada?
Yeah,
Las
I think
Vegas?
so. Because a lot of it was
Okay.
like desert like terrain and all that.
Yeah, so it's probably Nevada. So I'm thinking, well, no, I'm not thinking. I know this one's in Colorado. This one's based in Colorado.
Really.
Yeah. So
Any game where I'm allowed to sit here and bullshit with the guys while playing the game itself, I think I definitely get along with it.
that's why I'm surprised like you haven't looked more into the Switch. There's a lot of games on the Switch that I think would fit you in terms of streaming. Like I just started playing this game called Forager. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's a simple little game, but that would fit you. You ever heard of Graveyard Keeper?
I haven't heard of that either.
That's another one. Um, Another one too that I was looking at today that I was like the whole dungeons and aspect of it. Um, the Binding of Isaac.
Oh, I've seen people play that.
Yeah, I figured that would be right up your alley.
Really? I don't know why, but I'm a fan. Excuse me. I'm a fan of many games that have that randomization factor, like they're procedurally generated.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's one of them.
Yeah.
That and oh, you know, there's another one. Wargroove. Look up Wargroove. Wargroove, I think you would love too. That one
Really?
has like, yeah.
I gotta say, I've been sheltered these past couple of years.
You know, one game I wanted to play with you, Diablo 3.
Diablo, I've dabbled in that.
Diablo 2 was my shit. Like
Yeah?
I remember when I moved to Phoenix, yeah. And this was like right after high school when I moved up there. So I didn't have anything to do, so I got into like that.
Got an old Diablo, did you?
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ah man, how long have we been running this for? I think we went well over our hour mark, but
Yeah, my OBS says 2 hours and 19 minutes.
oh shit.
And that was just one topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we've definitely proven that if we can put our minds to it, and if we're ambitious enough, we can definitely go the distance.
Oh yeah. Well, now that we have all the kinks out, I think the next one will be actually a lot easier to boot up.
Oh, without question.
Oh yeah, 2 hours, 18 minutes, and currently 39 seconds.
We'll just pick it up and go from there.
Yeah, that works for me. You want to call it?
Well, you got any closing thoughts for the men? Maybe any
Uh,
recommendations of games that they should get if they're not as savvy as you are on the frontier.
so I mean, I'm one of those gamers, I guess, that I want the best deal. I can definitely be that person to point you in that direction. Right now, Bastion is on sale, for the Nintendo Switch. I can recommend a shit ton of games. I told you about Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a one game I think people should play right now. That's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. That's definitely a good one right now. Um, Ubisoft has like the sale going on, I think, for all the systems. So Far Cry 4, I don't know if you've ever played it, but it's definitely a good FPS shooter. Open
Mm-hmm.
world, massive, massive, massive. But um, things that I would recommend right now. Mm, so like I said, I started playing Wargroove was one game. All the ones that I just recommended to you that I think you would like. Wargroove is one. I started Graveyard Keeper and Forager, and then the Yu-Gi-Oh one.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for me that I can think of.
Excellent. Understandable. Me personally, I definitely cannot recommend you guys any games because, unlike L. Clark Kent here, I've not been up to date, not been up to snuff on what's been happening these days. Um, but I can tell you guys that if you want to definitely catch more of these, you can definitely follow me here on Twitch or get a hold of him on Mixer there. He streams himself, of course. I stream my games. I mean, maybe you might have some input yourselves on the next one. I mean, Antipathics, I definitely appreciate you coming around and throwing yours in. I mean, that definitely helps get things going along.
That's for sure. And then the more the merrier. Everybody's welcome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think somehow once we get this going, I think we should figure out maybe somewhere where people can submit things. We can look things over, like what Antibiotics did. If we want to make like a little segment where we take people's clips and look at them,
Oh, most definitely. Oh, I'd
you
like
know,
that.
yeah.
You guys already know I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, run my jaws and give some analytics. Yo, S Hunter, how you doing, brother? Shout out to you out there doing a little podcast, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure people that are coming to your thing right now, they're like, "What the hell's going on?
Yeah,
What
because
is
this
this?"
is exactly because this is unorthodox or quick draw.
Yeah,
But bro, Antipathics, this sound like you dropped a bomb in this bitch when you showed us that first clip. I guess L. Clark can't open it. I didn't realize that. I thought somebody dropped some TNT in this motherfucker.
you know what's crazy though is like the sound that you heard either came from my mic because it's all coming audio from my headset. It's not from like the monitor. I have the monitors. Nothing's coming through the monitor, so it's all strictly from the headset. So the fact that you felt that, it's crazy.
Yo, I heard that first explosion. Yo, I was like, yo, what is going on out here?
Well, at first I wasn't expecting it, like because it was messed up. Because like if you click on the Twitch link or whatever, they open in a new tab. So like the audio already started, so all I heard was boom, and I was like, what the fuck? Who is? Oh man. Yeah, next time, maybe warn us. We can protect our ears.
Yo, I was like, oh, yo, my heart sunk. I was hurting you.
It
That
was
man made me turn 90 real quick.
Oh, so like you just asked, all right? So actually, Titanfall 2 is on
Yes.
sale right now. I think for everybody for $5. Check that out. I think
$5?
$5. I already got it for you, so you already got it. So I don't even hear it. Yeah.
Yo, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that cheap. And
Yeah.
Antipathic seems surprised as well.
Yeah, so it should be if you want it on PC, it's on PC for $5, and I'm 99% positive that it's on Xbox for $5 right now. And I think if you pay an extra $2, you get like the Ultimate Edition, which gives it some extra skins for multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got there's a few things on it. Battlefront 2. So there's a few things to check out there, depending on what you play.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, you know what game I did get? I think I told you it was I don't. This will be my last like game I throw.
All right.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yo, I was on that game. You remember that?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite games, and I can't believe that game was so good.
It
Like
was.
I can't believe that was so good.
I love that game. The only gripe I have against that game was that the pathing was kind of linear. It kind of lacked the sandbox that Skyrim had, like where if you can see it, you can go to it.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. You can't compare Kingdom like you for what that was back then. Like it was a new studio. There was no way, but they were destined to fail from the get go. Like that whole situation went south real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of story reason why that company went out of business. It was some famous baseball player actually helped fund it. The last name I
What?
can't remember. Yeah, I kind of want to look it up now. Kingdom Amalur. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out who. The studio was named 38 Studios.
Oh, okay.
It was the success of World of Warcraft encouraged 38. It was so basically World of Warcraft encouraged a studio to make the game. But I'm trying to figure out.
Whoa, S Hunter saying Kurt Schilling is big into games. Was that him?
Is a baseball player? I'm
Yeah, he
like
used
the
to be a
world
pitcher.
expert. Yeah, that's him.
That's him? Kurt Schilling?
That's him. Yes,
Yo,
yes.
get out of here.
That's him. Well, so I'm reading this now, and I forgot. So like, apparently they fucked over Rhode Island, um, and it cost them, and they set the taxpayers back $112 million,
Oh.
like, for this game. Like, it's crazy.
Yo, they're livid. Yo, they're fucking hot, man.
And I guess it only sold a little over 1 million copies.
Bro,
So,
if
I
you're
mean,
setting back taxpayers, you know they're hot. You know they're livid, bro.
but that game was so good, man. I don't care what anybody. Game. But I was playing it. It's dated for sure, but it was a Skyrim Light. If you want to compare them, then yeah, Skyrim Light version
Yeah.
before Skyrim was a thing. But I think that the next one, if we do this, is we should definitely talk about like RPGs. I'm not massive into them, but I've definitely played my fair share.
Okay.
And I mean, obviously, you play your games, and you obviously play the tactics and whatnot.
Oh, man, I can go on for
So
days about that. The
yeah,
boys know. They know what time it is. When you mention RPG and Quick Draw, they already know what's up.
like for me, RPGs on my end fall into like the whole Borderlands aspect, Fallout,
Right.
Skyrim. I played Morrowind.
Yeah.
You know, Oblivion. All those I've
It
put my
sounds like
time in.
each one of those games you can spend at least a decent chunk of time on.
Oh my God, yes. Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 was probably like my favorite. Actually, New Vegas was good for what it was. Wasn't
Yeah.
perfect, but it was story-wise, it was really. And so it was Kurt Schilling. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, apparently he helped fund it somehow or something, or talked them into like getting this game going, and then the game just it did not do well at all. Like they hyped this game up to be something more, and then just crashed and burned and screwed over. I guess I remember like at that time was Rhode Island was like fucked because of what they did. Because of what they did. Like it was so sad. I was like, wow.
Yo, S. Hunter got all the dirt up on him.
Remember when the company got ran into the ground?
So he ran the company into the ground. Oh. They're saying if you take a couple years back and look at that company, you see a lot of members in the crowd not looking very proud.
This article was posted three years ago. How long ago was Kingdom of Amalur? It's not that long. It's longer than that.
Oh yeah, gotta be. Oh yeah. Cause I wasn't living where I'm at now when I
Yeah, I
was
was gonna
playing
say
that game.
I'm pretty sure I lived in Ohio still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without question.
That's crazy. So what? So actually, I'm looking at this article and something popped. You never played the. All right, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. We'll talk about it. Uh, the Walking Dead games, the Telltale games. I think you
Oh.
watched me stream those, but I don't think you've actually played them yourself.
Right, exactly. That's another game I've watched people stream, but I've never physically touched myself.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I will shut my mouth because I can continue to talk about everything and nothing.
Damn. Well, me
This was fun,
personally,
man. This was fun.
well, this is
Do
an
it again.
opener, and I'm glad we finally got this stuff off the ground. I remember, our schedules kind of conflicted here and there. There are
Yeah.
times where, I said I'd be there and I didn't show, admittedly.
So
And
S Hunter says you would enjoy those games, and I agree. I think for your approach to how you stream, those games would aid you. They would give you ammo.
you guys really think so, huh? He says it
Yeah,
make for good entertainment. I'm
it
glad you
would.
enjoy that stuff,
It
that's
would.
something. I'm glad.
But yeah, I mean, from my perspective, knowing you for how I know you, watching you stream, I know how you are. I think those games, the games that I suggest to you, are for your benefit because of they will aid you.
You think so, huh?
Oh my God, yeah. Especially the Telltale games, man. Any of those games. They have a Borderlands one. You would love that. That would fit the whole theme of it, but like the choices and the storyline that go along with it,
Yeah.
you would, God, your whole persona would just basically just flow with that by based off reactions and everything.
You think so? You think I'd get a good reaction running my chops to all that?
Yeah, you'd run your chops all right. Trust me. But yeah, man, I'm down to do this again. To figure out a day to do this. Um, you're gonna have to. I mean, I think you should expand your social media presence. Venture out to Twitter.
What?
Join
You think I
the
dare
world.
do that?
Yeah. I mean, I think your people in your chat would appreciate that. They would have a little more direct contact.
Oh,
Facebook,
I'm
Facebook
nobody
isn't.
major league, brother. The boys know
Yeah.
how to get a hold of me. We got Discord for that.
Oh, there you go. Discord, yeah. Discord's another good one. All right, man. So, I mean, when do we do this?
Well, L. Clark Kent, I know, I know you're free at the moment, so to speak, but we both got schedules, of course. I'll definitely have to keep in touch with you.
That works. I'm
Yep.
gonna rework on this logo too, and I'm gonna put our names out there so people know, and we can distinguish who we are.
Really, you're gonna improve this more than what it is? I mean, I
Oh my
think
God,
that
there's so much more I can do with this. I don't really
really,
like the yeah. I don't care much for the coloring now that I look at it. And maybe it's just because
really,
the way it's showing on your stream to mine. It's
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I like our logos. I think your logo actually came out.
bro. I think that shit looks badass.
I
I
was
mean,
what
you asked
well,
me.
what I wanted to do initially, see how his nose is flared. I
Yeah.
initially was gonna put smoke, so like you were blowing the smoke into the mic.
Well, I'm always blowing smoke up the guy's ass, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that was that was the plan. That was the plan. All right, man. I'm down to do this, so we'll have to figure this out and go from there.
Oh yes, indeed. I'm just glad we finally got one going.
Yeah, it's in the books. It's in your book. It's in my book. We now have proof of the thing happening.
Yes, indeed. Nobody can deny this.
Yeah,
All you guys
I'm
out there
actually
saying this never happened, no, you're lying. This went down tonight.
I'm gonna try and rip it and put it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube.
Oh damn, I'd like to see that. I watched that shit. Yo, you'd see, you'd look at it, and you'd be like, yo, where'd these 33 views come from? 32 of them probably from me.
Well, I gotta make sure I make it visible and not wait 6 years to post it out to everybody else. But
Yeah.
no, we'll be good now. I'll load it up on my YouTube channel there, and I'll get you a link, and you can share it out to people if they were interested.
That sounds good, man.
All right, man. Well, let's call it a night, and re we'll get back into this maybe
Yeah.
in a week or so.
Oh, yes, we will. There'll be more of these. Guys, there will
All
be
right.
more of them.
All right. Quik's viewers, appreciate you guys stopping by. It was definitely a new experience for I think both of us,
Yes, it
and we will be
was.
back. You guys can find me on Mixer. I do have a Twitch channel, but I don't really use it. You can find me on Twitter, @LClarkKent_. That is me. Um, but yeah, I will be around. If he's streaming, I'll be around. Yeah.
Yes. I
All
say
right,
the
Quick.
same thing myself. L. Clark Kent viewers on Mixer. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Even those that may have been speaking foreign languages. I'm pretty sure you guys are saying something positive. I just can't understand what you're saying, but glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
And yes, for sure, there'll be more of these coming up. I don't want to hold you guys up anymore. Would rather you guys have yourselves a good evening tonight. Get some sleep. We'll be back another time. There'll be more topics. Again, if we get this stuff going well enough, post your own topics and we'll have discussions on that as well.
Yeah. Hit up his stream. Hit up his Discord. If you guys have things that you want us to talk about and want to show us clips, throw them up. And the panics. You don't want to scare the hell out of us though.
Yo, that was some funny shit, man. Yo, I heard that first explosion. Yo, I was like, yo, where's my boxes at? I gotta go grab those.
That was something. That was.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see what that sounds like. I want to take the headphones off. I can only imagine how loud it actually. Loud. I can only imagine like that was crazy. But all right, I'm gonna head out of here. You be easy, Quick. Take it easy.
All right, L. Clark Kent, you take care of yourself, bro.
All right, man. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.
Good night, brother. And guys, I'm gonna sign off myself. It's 12:50. Again, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Antipathics, SAR the Bazaar, S Hunter USA. This is my first podcast with a good buddy of mine. Him and I, we're kind of like brothers, you know what I mean? We've been together since 7th grade, and here we are now, 33 and 34 years old, haven't missed a beat, you know, so it's kind of good to get this stuff going. Um, I would like to continue it more. Of course, I'm going to be streaming my games. You guys know the FF6 Beyond Chaos, Dead by Daylight, Final Fantasy Tactics Permadeath, Blood Bowl games. I mean, you guys know all the various stuff that goes on. But we're going to try to incorporate this as well. I got to get my social side out some more. You know what I mean? Oh, Antipathics. Oh, yeah. This weekend coming up. What's tomorrow's Thursday? So possibly Saturday morning I will be continuing. Reminuzo's currently doing his run. I'm actually going to send you guys over to him because he's currently getting his guys together. He passed Quakeland. I have yet to go to Lionel Castle to do my work, but he's passed that. He's on to the next big thing, getting his guys in shape for that. And I figure I'll send you guys over there to him. All right.